Mr. Mastan had a cycle shop there, and he was doing some smuggling also. He was slowly rising. So he tried to enter Musafir Khana. So he was thinking that he's a big boss of that area. So the constable stopped him. तुम्हारा पास किधर है? वो बोले मेरे को पास पूछता है क्या? बोले कोई हो तुम कोई भी हो हम पास बगैर नहीं छोड़ेगा अंदर. तो उसने he just slapped him. So he came running
Mastan
slapped the constable. तुम मेरे को नहीं पहचानता मैं कौन है? तो he came running. साहब वो मस्तान ने मेरे को मारा. I got so much enraged. कांस्टेबल को मारता है. I went just
वर्दी पहना हुआ.
हाँ पर वर्दी में. I went there and then he was sitting in his cycle shop. I just pulled him by collar, dragged him to police station. And first thing I did was put him in lockup. Then I wrote down the complaint of the constable. Then my inspector, अरे तुम किसको पकड़ा? Oh, he is a very big worker of Mr. Kailash, MP, and why landed yourself in trouble? I said, I can't tolerate anybody assaulting my constable. 71, I was transferred to Gamdevi police station. He had a bungalow, and then I had gone for bandobast. Krishna woolen mills ka owner ka strike chala tha. So we were guarding him in the bungalow in front of him. So Mastan bungalow was there near Sophia College Lane. So he saw me there. अरे साहब आप क्यों इधर बैठा है रात को इतना? बोला ये बंदोबस्त के लिए. नहीं ऐसा नहीं साहब, चलो मैं आपको. He took me home. तो उधर तितर का बिरयानी उधर से मंगाया तो भिंडी बाजार दोस्त ने वो इधर से चिंद्रलेखा पिक्चर निकाला. बोले साहब बहुत खुशी हो गई आपको थोड़ा सेवा हमने किया. He used to have respect in his mind about me because he knew that I have done something which was not bad. He realized that whatever I did was, he was a good man that way. Pathan gang and Daud gang were together. They were all friends.
Oh.
Actually, these Pathans and Daud were convicted for looting a handcart near Karnak Bandar. And they were convicted for that for 7 years. But they went in appeal and they were released on bail. Then what happened was, after this Jayaprakash movement, Mastan took over that I will not do any smuggling. And then there was a vacuum. Then you see what happens whenever this gold used to come, some police, the custom officers were mixed up with that. So one custom officer, he was given that jacket. It used to be 100 tolas jacket. So he was given that jacket. They used to come out and hand over to the smugglers. But that custom officer took that jacket home and he refused to give this.
Oh.
So naturally the person who had imported that was very much agitated. He came to police station to complain. They बोले smuggling का complaint हम नहीं देख सकता है. We don't know. So Daud was constable's son. No, he used to loaf around this crime branch. So he told him कि हम तुम्हारा माल वसूल कर देगा. तो तुम क्या देगा? बोले मैं आधा देगा. Daud's elder brother Shabir was going with his girlfriend from Haji Ali. So they saw him. They actually were armed with weapons. They followed him. They went up to your Satya Siddhi Vinayak Mandir, petrol pump, Prabhadevi. There he was trying to fill the petrol. They went and assaulted him, fired him, very badly assaulted him. And then that Chitra, the girl who was with him, she went by taxi to inform Daud in Pak Modia Street. So by the time she reached there, these people, after killing Shabir, they already came and started firing on Daud. So, Pak Modia Street. After killing Shabir, they went to Pak Modia Street to fire on Daud. And then Daud was there, Daud also armed. So he started, and then Khalid Pailwan was there. They started cross-firing. In that, one bullet hit the Amir Dada. And then he ran. But by the time this Chitra came, and she was seeing all this, when they went away, Chitra told him, अभी भाई का उधर मर्डर किया है लोगों ने, ये जो अभी आदमी था उसने मर्डर किया. बोले वो तो आमिर ज़्यादा था, he knew him. बोले उसने अभी वो सब लोग आए थे, अभी उधर उसको मार दिया है, वो भागो. And since then they escaped. And that is how the real gang war started in Mumbai. Manya Surve is all false. I have investigated case. I don't know how they have brought Manya Surve in that case. It is not correct. Because I investigated case of Shabir. Subsequently, after 2 years, even Daud was searching for these people. They could not trace him, but I was successful. That is because after this Pathan gang came to Mumbai, they robbed the director of producer of Shakti Kapoor, Shakti Film, Mr. Mushir. They kidnapped him. They hammered him, recovered some money from him. and then he was actually with swollen face. Actually, Dilip Kumar and Amitabh Bachchan were in that Shakti film. So when Mr. Dilip Kumar met him, क्या होगा भाई? बोले मेरे को ऐसा ऐसा किस्सा होगा, मेरे सिर्फ 2 लाख रुपए लिया, मेरे को बांध के रखा था, बहुत मारा. बोले कंप्लेंट करो. नहीं, बोले मेरे को कंप्लेंट नहीं करना, वो डेंजर आदमी है. ऐसा कैसा? He telephoned to Mr. Ribeiro. And Ribeiro called him and then they look into this case. So we had another constable named Narayan who had very good contacts with the underworld. So he told me, साहब मेरे को मालूम है ये अमीरजादा और सब पठान गैंग अभी कालूपुर में अहमदाबाद में है, तो उधर तो वो मिलेंगे. So I sent 2 officers and this Narayan and some staff. They went to Kalupur and they searched there. After they noticed this Amirzada and Alamjad. So actually they pounced on this Amirzada. Alamjad escaped. After he escaped, but there was actually a very dangerous area. Kalupur is a dangerous area where all the time SRP escaped. So actually when he was caught, they tried to attack our constable, but SRP saved them. So they put him in rickshaw and ran. From outside they phoned me. That time there was no mobile. They phoned me, साहब हमने उसको पकड़ा है मगर वो dangerous है बहुत area, both people are after me. Don't wait there. Go to airport straight and come by plane. I'll come to receive you. But then Dawood realized that there is not going to be any conviction because nobody is supporting. So he arranged to murder this Amirzada in court only. So when Pardeshi was hired, he fired in the court itself. And he tried to jump from the courtroom, but our Ishaq Bhagwan was my sub-inspector. He tried to catch him, but he was running, so he fired and he injured his leg and caught him. So that is how this, and that is why Dawood used to respect me, because what he could not do for 2 years, he couldn't trace. I had arrested those fellows.
Yeah.
So he used to always respect me. Whenever he used to come for Hajeri to crime branch, आने का सलाम साहब भी बोल के जाता था.
जब हमारे देश के उस टाइम के प्रधानमंत्री राजीव गांधी जी जब मुंबई आए थे, उन्होंने आपको देखा and he wanted to meet you, वो क्या कहानी है सर?
Oh, actually, all the newspapers used to have headline. My photo used to come. This week also published me on the front cover, all that. And the 2nd May, he had come for a casual some visit to Mumbai. And I was doing my bandobast at Worli Naka. I was standing. The vehicle was passing. When he saw me, he recognized me. He said, stop, I want to meet him. So actually, the whole motorcade stopped. And he was he wants to, Rajiv Gandhi wants to meet Jindal. But the security manager must have told him, sir, we will call him tomorrow in Rajbhavan, not on road. So next day I was called. He gave a special interview, congratulated me. That time, 14 leading gundas of Mumbai were to be arrested. And that, Mastan and Karim Lala, they were given to me. You arrest these 2 fellows. No, I knew from sources that Mastani is staying with his kept mistress near Chandan Cinema in a bungalow. Some cinema actress was there. So I went to there and told that lady that I want Mastan. Kaun Mastan? We don't know anything Mastan.
साफ मना कर दिया.
हाँ, so हम बोला you don't worry. मेरे को मालूम है मस्तान अंदर बैठा है. उसको खाली बोलो झंडे आया है. अगर वो कुछ बोला तो मैं चला जाऊंगा, मगर आप उसको जाके बोलो. मेरा आवाज़ सुन के ऊपर से बंगले से, अरे साहब क्या होगा. बोले नीचे आ जाओ, चलो तुम वांटेड हो. तो मैं लेके आया उसको. आया नेक्स्ट डे रुबेरो साहब के सामने खड़ा किया. वो तो ऐसा ही लुंगी में आता, ये ऐसा फालतू मस्तान ऐसा ही है. देन आई वेंट टू करीम लाला's हाउस. ही स्टेज इन नोवेल्टी सिनेमा. हम उसको भी पकड़ के लाया. सो एक दिन में मैं दोनों को पकड़ा, करीम लाला को भी पकड़ा, मस्तान को भी पकड़ा इन मिसा में. आई अरेस्टेड हिम दैट डे.
मेरे दोस्तों, आई एम वेरी ऑनर्ड एंड वेरी प्रिविलेज्ड बिकॉज मेरे साथ आज मौजूद है एक ऐसे गेस्ट हु इज़ बीन अ रियल हीरो इन द ट्रू सेंस ऑफ द टर्म. एंड आई थिंक ये उनकी ह्यूमिलिटी है, ये उनकी मॉडेस्टी है, ये उनकी स्वीटनेस है, मैं कहूँगा कि वो अपने आप को बहुत ही एक सिंपल इंसान मानते हैं, लेकिन उनके अचीवमेंट्स जो है वो बिल्कुल भी सिंपल नहीं है। एंड नो वंडर आज भी द काइंड ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट जो वो डिजर्व करते हैं वो उनको मिलता है, एंड इट्स एन ऑनर एंड प्रिविलेज। मधुकर जेंडे सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
नमस्कार।
ऑनर एंड प्रिविलेज सर, आप मेरे इनविटेशन पे आए।
थैंक यू फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी।
माय प्लेजर सर, माय प्लेजर। एंड जेंडे सर के बारे में मैं आपको ज़्यादा नहीं बताऊंगा, हम लोग उनसे ही सुनेंगे उनकी इनक्रेडिबल कहानी। ही इज़ बीन वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इनक्रेडिबल सुपर कॉप्स ऑफ मुंबई, द फर्स्ट एवर पुलिस ऑफिसर जिनको पुलिस मेडल मिला, एंड ही इज़ द वेरी वेरी ओन हमारे देश के पुलिस ऑफिसर जिन्होंने ड्रेडेड सीरियल किलर चार्ल्स सोबराज को एक नहीं दो बार पकड़ा, बट दैट जस्ट वन ऑफ हिज मेनी केसेस दैट ही हैज हैंडल्ड। ही हैज टैकल्ड द बॉम्बे अंडरवर्ल्ड फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, उन्होंने राइट्स संभाले जहाँ पे उन्होंने अपने टीम को बहुत बार बचाया। सो मेनी इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरीज टू शेयर अबाउट हिज इनक्रेडिबल करियर इन द पुलिस एंड यू नो हैंडलिंग बॉम्बे अंडरवर्ल्ड एंड सो मेनी थिंग्स। सर, मैं सबसे पहले ये पूछना चाहूँगा कि 1959 में सर आपका you know ड्यूटी स्टार्ट हुआ था, एंड यू हैड अ ग्लोरियस करियर टिल 1996। स्टार्टिंग में जब आप पुलिस सर्विस ज्वाइन किए थे, धीरे धीरे अच्छा काम करते करते यू रोज अबव द रैंक्स। उस टाइम में बॉम्बे का, हम लोग बॉम्बे कहते थे उस टाइम पे, माहौल कैसा था? अंडरवर्ल्ड क्या बहुत यू नो चरम सीमा में था या फिर वो धीरे धीरे बढ़ रहा था? आपने पूरा सब कुछ देखा है, राइट? प्लीज हमारे दर्शकों को बताइए सर।
Actually, I started my training in 1959
जी।
at Police Training School. Now it is called Academy.
जी।
School.
जी।
On 5th January 1959.
जी।
I underwent 1.5 years training.
जी।
But in between, Maharashtra State was formed on 1st May 1960.
ओके।
And then the IGP, those were not DGP, those
जी।
IGP was
जी।
the head of the Maharashtra Police. He told the principal of our school that sends best cadet of your institute for the participant in the parade in the formation of Maharashtra.
जी।
So the principal came on the ground and he announced that IGP has sent his message and I am sending Jende, he will go.
हाँ।
And then I came, Birabon Stadium, there was a passing out parade.
जी।
I was given in charge of one, generally it was, in charge was the inspector, but
जी।
I was only a corporal of the under trainee. With that corporal strips, I led one platoon in that march. It was very memorable, honorable thing for me
जी।
at the beginning of my career.
जी। जी। एंड उस टाइम पे यू नो धीरे धीरे जब आप आए, यू नो एक टाइम पे ऐसा था कि बॉम्बे अंडरवर्ल्ड वाज यू नो गोइंग एट इट्स पीक, पुलिस को तकलीफ हो रहा था टू एन ए ग्रेट एक्सटेंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ, बिकॉज एक जो डर का माहौल था मुंबई में वो काफ़ी टाइम था। एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स यू नो अलग अलग ऑफिसर्स, यू जूलियो रिबेरो सर, हम बात करेंगे उनके बारे में भी। लॉट ऑफ यू हैव प्लेड सच अ बिग रोल इन कीपिंग क्राइम इन मुंबई अंडर कंट्रोल एंड इंश्योरिंग कि महाराष्ट्र जो है या मुंबई जो है वो आम जनता के लिए सुरक्षित माहौल बना रहे, राइट? आपका पहला आई वुड से डायरेक्ट वॉर विद द अंडरवर्ल्ड कब चालू हुआ सर?
Actually, in 1964, I was attached to Palton Road. Now it is called Ramabai Nagar Ambedkar police station.
जी।
I was posted to that police station. That was my second posting.
जी।
And then there is a Hajj house.
जी।
Now it is a big house.
जी।
So formerly it was in Musafir Khana Road, old Hajj house.
जी।
All Hajis used to come there.
जी।
And then many people used to, there is a policeman who is always there to guard actually incoming and outside.
जी।
So Mr. Mastan had a cycle shop there and he was doing some smuggling also. He was slowly rising. So he tried to enter Musafir Khana. So he was thinking that he is a big boss of that area. So the constable stopped him, तुम्हारा पास किधर है? वो बोले मेरे को पास पूछता है क्या? बोले कोई हो, तुम कोई भी हो, हम पास बगैर नहीं छोड़ेगा अंदर। तो उसने he just slapped him. So he came running to
Mastan
slapped the constable. तुम मेरे को नहीं पहचानता मैं कौन है? तो he came running, साहब वो मस्तान ने मेरे को मारा. I got so much enraged. कांस्टेबल को मारता है. I went just
वर्दी पहना हुआ?
हाँ पर वर्दी में. I went there and then he was sitting in his cycle shop. I just pulled him by collar, dragged him to police station. And first thing I did was put him in lockup. Then I wrote down the complaint of the constable. Then my inspector, अरे तू किसको पकड़ा? Oh, he is a very big worker of Mr. Kailash, MP. And why landed yourself in trouble? I said, I can't tolerate anybody assaulting my constable. I put him inside, let me go. Fortunately, he was convicted in that case. There is only conviction Mastan has for 3 months for slapping a constable. So he had bit about me in his mind.
मुझे आप सर एक चीज़ बताइए, इट वाज स्टिल वेरी अर्ली डेज आपके करियर में, राइट? एंड जो एक्शन आपने लिया हाजी मस्तान के खिलाफ उस टाइम पे, अच्छे से अच्छे एक्सपीरियंस पुलिस ऑफिसर शायद नहीं ले पाते, कहीं ना कहीं उनके दिल या दिमाग में थोड़ा बहुत डर होता कि अगर हम करेंगे तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, ऊपर से बुलावा हो सकता है, या फिर हमारा वर्दी जा सकता है, हमारा पोजीशन जा सकता है। आपको बिल्कुल भी डर नहीं लगा?
I had a very one conviction that I am servant of law and I must protect the downtrodden. That was my basic. Actually, I came up in a family, Samajwadi family. I actually was a student in Rashtra Seva Dal, where basic concept is seva, help people, and you must help downtrodden. I was a very strong man, and I never thought मेरे को कौन क्या करेगा. I will do whatever is permitted in law. That was my basic principle.
क्या बात है। तो फिर हाजी मस्तान जी के ऊपर आई थिंक दैट इंसिडेंट मस्ट हैव हैड अ बिग इम्पैक्ट, राइट? कि यहाँ पे वो अपने आप को जो भी समझते थे जो भी है, बट उनको आपने वैसे जेल में डाला। उसके बाद उनका नज़रिया आपके तरफ कैसे हुआ? क्या वो डर का था, रिवेंज का था आपके खिलाफ?
He knew that whatever I had done is not personal enmity. I had done right thing. And then in, I think 71, I was transferred to Gamdevi police station. He had a bungalow, and then I had gone for bandobast. Krishna woolen mills ka owner ka strike chala tha. So we were guarding him in the bungalow in front of him. So Mastan bungalow was there near Sophia College Lane. So he saw me there. अरे साहब आप क्यों इधर बैठा है रात को इतना? बोला बंदोबस्त के लिए। नहीं ऐसा नहीं साहब, चलो मैं आपको। ही टुक मी होम। तो उधर तितर का बिरयानी उधर से मंगाया, तो भिंडी बाजार दोस्त ने वो इधर से चिंद्रलेखा पिक्चर निकाला। बोले साहब बहुत खुशी हो गई, आपको थोड़ा सेवा हमने किया। ही यूज्ड टू हैव रिस्पेक्ट इन हिज माइंड about me, because he knew that I have done something which was not bad. He realized that whatever I did was, he was a good man that way.
एंड इनफैक्ट ये जो चीज़ आपने बोला सर, ये बहुत लोगों ने बोला है कि एक जो खून खराबे वाला अंडरवर्ल्ड था वो शायद 80s के बाद या 90s के बाद
developed after 75.
After
75, 80. That time there were only 3 uncrowned kings of Mumbai that day. Karim Lala, Mastan, and there Vardarajan. They are all smugglers. Basically, they are smugglers or liquor dealers. Beyond that, there was no. Actually, fight started when there's a fight between Yusuf Patel and Mastan. And Mastan had brought some people from Kashmir, Pakistan, to attack him. And actually, they attacked him. Unfortunately, he missed the bullet and he hurt the constable who was there, Mr. Gulab Havaldar. Actually, there is a square named after him. Bendi Bazaar Square is named after Havaldar Gulab Chowk. So that is how main trouble started with that. Mastan and Yusuf Patel fell out. Otherwise, they were friends. They fell out and started.
बट सर उस टाइम पे जो आम पब्लिक है उनके दिल और दिमाग में कैसा डर था? क्योंकि ये आम पब्लिक क्या होता है सर, उनका ज़िंदगी ऐसा होता है कि हम सुबह काम पे जाएंगे, काम करके पैसे कमा के आएंगे, फैमिली के साथ टाइम बिता के, उनका ज़िंदगी ऐसा ही होता है, राइट? जब वो लोग देखते हैं कि रास्ते में अगर हम जाते हैं तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, सेफ्टी नहीं है, आम पब्लिक का क्या नज़रिया था वो सब चीज़ को?
Those days there never used to be gang of this type. There used to local dadas. अभी खेतवाड़ी में डबल छाती था, अपना पुणे में, अपना बॉम्बे में 2 बोरकर दादा करके था। लोकल देयर वाज व्यायामशाला, लोकल व्यायामशाला, एंड मोस्टली बॉडी बिल्डर्स ऑफ दैट एरिया वी आर कंट्रोलिंग दैट एरिया. इट वाज नॉट होलसेल. मुंबई वाज नेवर अंडर एनी गैंग कंट्रोल.
ये आई मीन ये जो आपने बोला कि कभी आपने सर ये सोचा कि वाई मुंबई, ये जैसे वरदराजन मुदलियार है, हाजी मस्तान जी है, करीम लाला है, इन सब ने बेसिकली मुंबई को अपना जान बनाया, नगरी बनाया अपना बिजनेस स्मगलिंग वगैरह करने के लिए. देश में और भी जगह थे, मुंबई ही क्यों सर?
Mumbai is a financial capital of India, so naturally, and basically gang war started after these gangs, Pathan gang and Daud gang were together. They were all friends. Actually, these Pathans and Daud were convicted for looting a handcart near Karnak Bandar, and they were convicted for that for 7 years. But they went in appeal, and they were released on bail. Then what happened was, after this Jayaprakash movement, Mastan took over that I will not do any smuggling. And then there was a vacuum. Then you see what happens whenever this gold used to come, some police, the custom officers were mixed up with that. So one custom officer, he was given that jacket. It used to be 100 tolas jacket. So he was given that jacket. They used to come out and hand over to the smugglers. But that custom officer took that jacket home and he refused to give this.
Oh.
So naturally, the person who had imported that was very much agitated. He came to police station to complain. They बोले smuggling का complaint हम नहीं देख सकता है. We don't know. So Daud was constable's son. No, he used to loaf around this crime branch. So he told him कि हम तुम्हारा माल वसूल कर देगा. तो तुम क्या देगा? बोले मैं आधा देगा. ठीक है बोले. So all this Pathan gang and Daud, they went, got this custom officer, assaulted him badly, then recovered that and handed over that. So he paid some 75,000 rupees to Daud. So it was decided that they will share the booty. But Daud refused, only gave 10,000 to Amirzada and Alamjeb. So they started fighting. कि ये ऐसा कैसा? So they went to Mastan, because Mastan was okay.
Yeah.
They went to Mastan. He tried to settle that. But still Daud refused to give. Then they fell out. Then they started fighting among themselves. Then one evening, Daud's brother, the elder brother Shabir, was going with his girlfriend from Haji Ali. So they saw him. They actually were armed with weapons. They followed him. They went up to your Satya Siddhivinayak Mandir, petrol pump, Prabhadevi. There he was trying to fill the petrol. They went and assaulted him, fired him, very badly assaulted him. And then that Chitra, the girl who was with him, she went by taxi to inform Daud in Pak Modia Street. So by the time she reached there, these people, after killing Shabir, they already came and started firing on Daud. So, Pak Modia Street. After killing Shabir, they went to Pak Modia Street to fire on Daud. And then Daud was there, Daud also armed. So he started, and then Khalid Pailwan was there. They started cross-firing. In that, one bullet hit the Amirzada. And then he ran. But by the time this Chitra came, and she was seeing all this, when they went away, Chitra told him, अभी भाई का उधर मर्डर किया है लोगों ने, ये जो अभी आदमी था उसने मर्डर किया. बोले वो तो अमीरजादा था, he knew him. बोले उसने अभी वो सब लोग आए थे, अभी उधर उसको मार दिया है, वो भागो. And since then they escaped. And that is how the real gang war started in Mumbai. That is the start of gang war.
events. अमीरजादा पठान गैंग मैंने सुना है सर कि उन्होंने खुद नहीं किया था. एक आगर बाजार के मनिया सुरवे को उन्होंने.
Mania Surve is all false. I have investigated case. I don't know how they have brought Mania Surve in that case. It is not correct. Because I investigated case of Shabir. Subsequently, after 2 years, even Daud was searching for these people. They could not trace him, but I was successful. That is because after this Pathan gang came to Mumbai, they robbed the director of producer of Shakti Kapoor, Shakti Film, Mr. Mushir. They kidnapped him, they hammered him, recovered some money from him. And then he was actually with swollen face. Actually, Dilip Kumar and Amitabh Bachchan were in that Shakti film. So when Mr. Dilip Kumar met him, क्या होगा भाई? बोले मेरे को ऐसा किस्सा होगा, मेरे से 2 लाख रुपए लिया, मेरे को बांध के रखा था, बहुत मारा. बोले कंप्लेंट करो. नहीं, बोले मेरे को कंप्लेंट नहीं करना, वो डेंजर आदमी है. ऐसा कैसा? He telephoned to Mr. Ribeiro. And Ribeiro called him and then they look into this case. So we interrogated Mr. Mushir. बोला मेरा ब्लाइंड फोल्ड किया हाजी अली से, किधर लेके गए मालूम नहीं. 2 दिन इधर एक बिल्डिंग में मेरे को रखा था. मेरे साहब उधर बाहर बच्चे कुरान पढ़ रहे थे. तो और वो रूम में काबा का बड़ा फोटो था. अभी किधर तो मेरे को मालूम नहीं. उधर से मेरे को ब्लाइंड फोल्ड ही छोड़ दिया. अभी मैं कुछ बता नहीं सकता. We had one constable who had earlier arrested Amirzada from that Arab Gali building. So he said, Sahab, I know this similar building. So we took this Mushir, Mr. in that building. Yeah, यही building है सब. Then we knew that this Amirzada has done it. So we had another constable named Narayan who had very good contacts with the underworld. सो ही टोल्ड मी, साहब मेरे को मालूम है ये अमीरजादा और सब पठान गैंग अभी कालूपुर में अहमदाबाद में है, तो उधर तो वो मिलेंगे. तो आई सेंट 2 officers and this Narayan and some staff. They went to Kalupur and they searched there. After they noticed this Amirzada and Alamjad. So actually they pounced on Amirzada. Alamjad escaped. After he escaped, but there was actually a very dangerous area. Kalupur is a dangerous area where all the time SRP escaped. So actually when he was caught, they tried to attack our constable, but SRP saved them. So they put him in rickshaw and ran. From outside they phoned me. That time there was no mobile. They phoned me, साहब हमने उसको पकड़ा है मगर वो dangerous है बहुत area, both people are after me. Don't wait there. Go to airport straight and come by plane. I will come to receive you. And then we got this. They brought him Amirzada, and then he was put in the lockup. So he wrote one note to his father कि अपना उधर माहिम का सब माल हटा दो. So that was given to the Bhattewala, means who food supplies food in the jail. And that man was very faithful. He came and showed me, साहब ये चिट्ठी है. With that we went to that place and recovered about 6-7 rifles, revolvers, lot of ammunition. And then we started investigating that. Chitra refused to identify these people. But then
वो इंसिडेंट के बाद चित्रा गायब हो गई?
नहीं, वो तो उधर वो गाने वाली थी. वो तो उसको बुलाया मगर बोली साहब मेरे को अभी याद नहीं, बहुत बहुत पुराना बात है अभी मुझे. शी वॉज वेरी मच अफ्रेड ऑफ एवरीथिंग, नो, शी वॉज नॉट. बट देन दाऊद रियलाइज दैट देयर इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी एनी कन्विक्शन बिकॉज नो बडी इज सपोर्टिंग. सो ही अरेंज टू मर्डर दिस अमीरजादा in court only. So when Pardeshi was hired, he fired in the court itself, and he tried to jump from the courtroom, but our Ishaq Bhagwan was my sub-inspector. He tried to catch him, but he was running, so he fired and he injured his leg and caught him. So that is how this, and that is why Dawood used to respect me, because what he could not do for 2 years, he couldn't trace I had arrested those fellows.
Yeah.
So he used to always respect me. Whenever he used to come for Hajeri to crime branch, आने का सलाम साहब भी बोल के जाता था. So I had no other contact with him.
आपका इसाक बागवान जी का जो आपने अभी नाम बोला कि आई थिंक ही इज द वन बेसिकली जिन्होंने ये जो मुंबई का जो पहला
मैंने सुरवे का पहला एनकाउंटर उन्होंने किया.
बट बिफोर आई कम टू दैट, इस कहानी के ऊपर इतने सारे फिल्म बन गए, ये बन गए कि शबीर को मनिया सुरवे ने मारा. But what was your investigation, sir?
Because of that, Bhagwan wrote a book. Actually, Mr. Zaidi had come to me, and then I had told him that actually I wrote him a mail also that he is no way connected because I investigated his case. But he said, no, my sources told me. He is a well-known reporter. I don't know what sources, how. But during my investigation, I never came across anybody saying that Manya Surve was any way connected with this. I don't know what exactly is the fact. But my investigation doesn't show that Manya Surve was any way concerned in this case. That is why when they wanted to make a film on that, the Kapoor, which Kapoor, who acted in that film?
Anil Kapoor?
Anil Kapoor. Anil Kapoor. And then Anil Kapoor was doing, I think,
Bhagwan's role. Shoot Out at Wadala.
Shoot Out at Wadala. So when they started filming this, I wrote an email to Mr. Hussain Zaidi that this is not correct. But he said, no, sir, my sources said. I said, then Bhagwan said, if you are putting something wrong, I don't want to associate in that film. So he had actually given consent, he withdrew the consent. And then he thought of writing a book. And then he wrote a book about me, Ishaq Bhagwan karke. And it was translated in English also. It was actually, it was launched by Mr. Sharad Pawar himself. So Bhagwan treats me like a mentor. He respects me a lot.
And sir, मैं अगर बोलूँ कि कोई भी ऐसा आई एम श्योर एक आपके लेवल के जिनका इतना कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है पुलिस सर्विस में, बहुत ऐसे मौके रहे होंगे जहाँ पे ऐसा लगा होगा कि यार मौत ज़िंदगी, मतलब मौत इतनी करीब है, शायद आज ही लास्ट दिन है. बट देन कहीं ना कहीं तरीके से कभी आपके ज़िंदगी में ऐसा महसूस हुआ है सर कभी?
So many times actually, I was known for facing violent mobs.
Yes, yes.
So many times I did that. Actually, in '68, I was that time at Lamington Road. Now it is Dr. Babasaheb Bhadkan Road.
जी.
And there was an election. It was 26th March 1968. During election, once Rusi Mehta was the sitting corporator of Congress, and Mr. Patel was from Muslim League. There to be fight in that. And while the voting was on, some dispute occurred, and there was a big rioting. Because, you know, if you go to Falkland and Forest Road, one side is Muslim, one side is Hindu. That is how they And they started, they all came out on road, they started breaking taxis, those things, and then stone throwing. Actually, it was so serious that constables were posted there, they ran away from that place. Somebody came and told me, साहब उधर बहुत बड़ा झगड़ा हो गया.
कितने constables थे सर उसके?
6-7 constables were there. They all hid themselves. So somebody said, साहब उधर बहुत झगड़ा चला है, लफड़ा चला है. I started, मत जाओ, बहुत लफड़ा है. I went and I actually.
आप अकेले गए?
I went there and I started first closing the. You see, there are big iron gates.
Right.
For controlling. I started pushing the people inside and then closing all the gates and putting everybody. And then slowly, when somebody sees that somebody is doing some courageous act, naturally they stopped. And then after some time, wireless came. Then our assistant commissioner, Mr. Jameson, came, and so many DCPs came. By the time they came, everybody says, "हमने बहुत अच्छा काम किया आज." And then actually they wrote down one application कि ये आदमी ने इतना हिम्मत से काम किया कि ये सब situation control किया. So next day the newspapers published this कि Inspector Jende saved the situation in Forest Road. A big article came. That was my. So it came in papers. So actually those people gave an application to my DCP who had come there. And sir, साहब ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया, इसको कुछ ये करो, appreciate करो. So he sent my recommendation for police medal. Mr. Modak was the commissioner, and he's actually miraculously when I was there, I was not hurt at all. So he said, "How that when you say that, so you went in so much stone throwing, you are not hurt?" So what can I say? So I don't know. So you must have engineered this application. So my DCP told him, "No, sir, this was handed over to me personally by the people when I visited the spot." But he says, "Well, you are very young now. You are only 30 years old. Government will have to pay because there is an allowance for the police medal." He said, "I'll give you 200 rupees. 200 rupees is a big money
Absolutely.
that time. That time, 100 rupees tola was so gold. So it was a big award, but it was published on radio. But I missed my police medal that time. It's okay. Gallantry medal I didn't get. But it was announced on that time, All India Radio. There was no TV.
Right.
So it was announced, and all newspapers published it. It was the first recognition of my some gallant act.
And absolutely, sir. And I mean, I'm sure you deserve every bit of recognition that you have had in your career. मैं सर आपसे ये पूछना चाहूँगा कि जो आपने कहानी बताया मुंबई के बारे में कि 75 onwards gang wars started happening चालू हुआ, तो हमारे तरफ से आई थिंक मुंबई पुलिस के बहादुर टीम ने 1982 में पहला एनकाउंटर किया था, बट इट वाज अ बिल्डअप ऑफ अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, राइट? कि आप लोग शायद नॉर्मल कानून के तरीके से कोशिश कर रहे थे, बट वो लोग सामने से मान नहीं रहे थे क्योंकि वो गैंगस्टर्स है. देन इवेंचुअली जूलियो रिबेरो सर, जिनके साथ आपने क्लोजली काम किया है, उन्होंने पहला एनकाउंटर मनिया सुर्वे का आई थिंक कमिश्नर, राइट? तो उनके तरफ से ये बोल्ड स्टेप वो लेने के लिए क्यों मजबूर हुए? उस टाइम पे मुंबई का हालत क्या था सर?
Actually, how he did it, you have to ask him. I can't say, but he was a very bold man. Actually, after I was in Dharavi, I was posted to crime branch. And then somebody misinformed him that Mr. Jende had engineered some applications to defame you and against Mr. And he was a favorite officer of Mr. Kazbekar. That is why he has posted you to the. Though I was a junior inspector, I was posted as senior inspector of Dharavi by Mr. Kazbekar.
Right.
Because I did a lot of work, good work, and he had a lot of faith in me. So Mr. Ribeiro was misinformed. He transferred me. And then prematurely he transferred me. When I went to crime branch, I started just using bad words for Mr. Bureau. He has transferred me, what he thinks. And then fortunately there was one ACP there. He told me, Mr. Jende, don't forget that you are transferred to crime branch. It's a sort of promotion. And don't try to be, Mr. Ribeiro is a very judicious man. You show your good work and he will appreciate your work. So here Mr. Madhav Gupte, whom Mr. Ribeiro used to treat as his mentor. Actually, he always used to say that I follow whatever Madhav. He is a junior assistant commissioner, but he was their inspector when Mr. Ribeiro came as a deputy commissioner to Matunga. Since then, he had very high respect for Mr. Madhav Gupte. And he used to listen to Mr. Madhav Gupte. So possibly Mr. Madhav Gupte only recommended. And then when I went to Mr. Ribeiro, he said, I'll give you a big high jump, Mr. Jende. Sir, I told him, sir, I am a soldier. I am a faithful officer. And you will see that whatever you tell me, I will do my work. Yes, I will watch your steps. He had told me that. And fortunately, then I became his blue-eyed boy. Many cases he entrusted to me. And he used to actually what happened, I was going in plain clothes on Sunday from this Bhatti hospital. So I saw a taxi stopped by by constable, and then 2-3 fellows got down with swords and they tried to threaten that constable. I was going on plain clothes scooter. बोला अपने क्या करने का अभी, but my sense नहीं, पुलिस को ऐसा झगड़ा लफड़े में, I actually left my scooter on the road and shout. I got a very loud voice. मैं जोर से चिल्लाया, भेंचो, ऐसा करके चिल्ला के I ran towards him. On hearing that, somebody said that they started running with it, and then we followed them. We caught that fellow with sword. And actually,
आप अनार्म्ड गए थे?
हाँ सर, अनार्म्ड. I was in plain clothes. I had gone to a friend's Sunday. I had gone to a friend's place for lunch, and while returning, हम बोला ये तो कांस्टेबल को मारता है, तो I just rash. I can't keep quiet like that. And then he went in, but we caught him. Midday office is there. Yeah. So next day, Midday published a big news. And then Chief Minister Mr. Chauhan, he telephoned to Mr. Ribeiro. This officer has done very good work. Yeah. And then you reward him. He said, yes, I already announced a reward of 2,000 rupees to him. So next day in our commissioners meeting, he gave me that reward. And then he says, I will not shake hands with you. I'll give a special pose. He put his hand on my shoulder and he gave me a special pose. And then I did a lot of good work in crime branch. Then when this Misa came, then that time 14 leading gundas of Mumbai were to be arrested. And that Mastan and Karim Lala, they were given to me. You arrest these two fellows. No, I knew from sources that Mastan is staying with his kept mistress near Chandan Cinema in a bungalow. Some cinema actress was there. So I went to there and told that lady that I want Mastan. कौन Mastan? We don't know anything Mastan.
साफ मना कर दिया.
हाँ, so हम बोला you don't worry, ये मेरे को मालूम है मस्तान अंदर बैठा है, उसको खाली बोलो झंडे आया है. अगर वो कुछ बोला तो मैं चला जाऊंगा, मगर आप उसको जाके बोलो. मेरा आवाज़ सुन के ऊपर से बंगले से, अरे साहब क्या होगा क्या होगा, बोले नीचे आ जाओ, चलो तुम वांटेड हो. मैं लेके आया उसको. आया नेक्स्ट डे रुबेरो साहब के सामने खड़ा किया, वो तो ऐसा ही लुंगी में आता, ये ऐसा फालतू मस्तान, ऐसा ही है. देन आई वेंट टू करीम लाला's हाउस, ही स्टेज इन नोवेल्टी सिनेमा. हम उसको भी पकड़ के लाया. सो एक दिन में मैं दोनों को पकड़ा, करीम लाला को भी पकड़ा, मस्तान को भी पकड़ा इन मिसा में. आई अरेस्टेड हिम दैट डे.
क्या बात है सर. आई मीन दीज स्टोरीज आर सो फैसिनेटिंग. मैं आपको पूछना ज़रूर चाहूँगा बिफोर आई कम टू ऑल दिस थिंग्स अगेन, कि आपके ज़िंदगी का, आपके हिसाब से, a lot of people say कि चार्ल्स सोबराज का केस, दिस दैट एक्सेट्रा, बट मैं आपको पर्सनली पूछूंगा सर, क्योंकि मेरे पास ये अपॉर्चुनिटी है आपके साथ ये बातचीत करने का. आपको पर्सनली आपके ज़िंदगी का सबसे मुश्किल केस कौन सा लगता है?
Actually, Charles Sobraj brought me a lot of publicity. But I always say that from constable to DGP, everybody worked in that case. I was only fortunate that just like फुटबॉल में हर एक आदमी बॉल आगे घुमाता है, वो गोल पोस्ट पे, गोल पोस्ट के लिए जो खड़ा होता है अंदर गोल निकालता है, उसका नाम हो जाता है. ऐसा everybody work. I got credit. Actually, the entire credit of Maharashtra Police is very probably the only case wherein right from DGP to a constable, everybody had contributed, and media had contributed, public had contributed that case, but I got all the credit. But actually, in my life, Actually, I was in 92. Babri Masjid fell on 6th December. And 7th December, I was in charge of Paidhuni police division, and a lot of riots started. They started, and when police tried to be there, so people were very agitated against police. हमारा बाबरी मस्जिद गिरा, उधर नहीं गया, इधर क्यों आता है? चलो हमारा बंद है, चलो भाग जाओ, हमारे एरिया में नहीं, पुलिस नहीं चाहिए. They started breaking the shops of Hindus, bring them down and burning them. Serious riots started. And then suddenly we got a message about 10:30 कि one constable who was stationed in Suleiman Chowki on Undria Street, it's a small lane. उधर one Suleiman Chowki, that constable, somebody went and stabbed him. And then he phoned कि मुझे stab किया है. So for helping him, a wireless vehicle with 10 constables and officer was sent. But it was very heavily stoned. And then while the vehicle was going there, it was very heavily stoned, so the officer, Mr. Suryavanshi, was there. He opened fire. When he opened fire, people were very mad. उधर कुछ नहीं किया, उधर फायरिंग नहीं किया. हमारे इधर हम बंद करता है तो फायरिंग करता है. चलो बोले, वो गली में था गाड़ी. So many people came down. बोले वो गाड़ी को बाहर नहीं जाने देंगे. And they brought big stones, some planks. They surrounded the vehicle. बोले अभी तुम फायरिंग करता है ना, हम तुमको जला डालेगा. कैसा बाहर जाएगा देखिएगा. They gave a frantic message, sir, we are trapped in this. Well, many officers were there. J Junction were so many people were there. But if you go, and the whole road was full with all riotous mob. So how to go there? We can go by opening fire, but by the time we opened fire and reached there, our vehicle was likely to be burned. But I had very good rapport with the local people. I approached actually those riotous people. I went alone. ए भाई मेरे को उनको बचाने का है और तुम लोग मेरे साथ चलो उनको समझाने को. बोले आप अकेला आएगा? बोला मैं अकेला आता हूँ, आप चलो. मैं रिवॉल्वर बाजू रख देता है. And then about 100-200 people accompanied me. I was leading ठहरो करके ऐसा. And then I went with those people. When people there saw me, झंडे साहब आया ना, अच्छा ठीक है बोले, गाड़ी छोड़ देगा. And then they were so much frightened, they started taking the vehicle in reverse. The driver started. So right from Suleiman Chowki to JJ Junction, about 400 meters, the vehicle was coming in reverse direction. The driver was trembling. By the time he reached JJ Junction, he overturned the vehicle. But their life was saved. And that is how I think I saved life of those.
So many people.
And Gammat in that is, after 32 years, I stay in Pune now.
जी.
So I was walking for a morning walk. One fellow came and caught my legs. बोला क्या क्या करता है? बोले साहब मेरे को पहचान दे. बोले नहीं सर, आई एम ACP रिटायर्ड देशमुख. बोला फिर क्या, व्हाई यू कैचिंग माय? सर आई एम अलाइव बिकॉज ऑफ यू. इन दैट व्हीकल यू सेव्ड मी. बिकॉज ऑफ you I am alive. Then he called the 3-4 friends from here. इधर आओ. He called, actually brought some bouquet. एक शाल पहना है मेरे को. दूसरे दिन मेरे को रिसेप्शन दिया. वो बोला आज मैं उसके फैमिली को लेके आया. मैं आई एम जिंदा बिकॉज ओनली ऑफ यू. So I feel that in my life, if I have done some good work, this is one of the best works that I have done.
Absolutely, sir. And I think जान बचाने से बेहतर कुछ हो नहीं सकता. And you have been so dedicated towards the police service. मैं सर आपसे एक चीज़ चार्ल्स सोबराज के केस के बारे में, of course you have said about it before as well. मैं थोड़ा सर जानना चाहूँगा कि क्या हुआ था कि जिसके वजह से आपको कंप्लीट कन्विक्शन था. आई थिंक आपने गोवा में उनको अरेस्ट किया था दूसरी बार. पहली बार आपके पास चार्ल्स सोबराज वाला केस कब आया, एंड आपने कैसे उसको डिसाइड किया मेंटली कि देखो मेंटली तो आप डिसाइड करते हो कि हर केस खत्म करना ही है, बट उसको एग्जीक्यूट कैसे किया, बिकॉज और कोई नहीं कर पा रहा था, सिर्फ आपने किया सर?
नहीं, एक्चुअली I have always maintained that even criminals are human beings, and generally I treat everybody with due decorum. So what had happened was 1971 I was attached to Kamdevi police station. One Gujarati boy, Ajay Modi, he used to commit small thefts and he used to deal in drugs. तो ऐसा पैसा कमती गिरने लगा तो उसने अपने माँ का ही 35 तोलास का पूरा गहना लेके भाग गया. अभी इतना गया तो naturally we came to report the matter. We recorded the complaint. Then we tried to trace him. We traced him, recovered all the gold, and then we sent him on trial. So naturally माँ बाप है वो तो साहब अभी कुछ भी करो, बच्चे ने गलती किया उसको बचाओ. Well, there is a provision that if young boy commits some crime first time, he can be released on personal bond of good behavior. So we requested the government pleader to request the court to release him on personal bond for good behavior. Accordingly, he was released. He was released, but he felt कि वह झंडे ने कुछ अपने को मदद किया, something in his mind. But he had basically criminal mind. So he never gave up that. वो ऐसा घूमते घूमते वो चौपाटी में गया, वो 4-5 आदमी बैठे थे उधर, फॉरेनर्स थे, ईरानी थे, तो उनके पास वो जाके बोला मेरे को कुछ काम दो. तो बोले तुम क्या काम करता है? वो क्रिमिनल है ना. वो बोला मेरे को कुछ भी बोलो, चोरी करने का, डाका का, मारने का, किसको, मैं कुछ भी कर सकता है. बोले तुम ऐसा काम कर सकता है? हाँ बोले मैं कुछ भी करेगा. तो बोले चलो मेरे साथ. तो उनको लेके गए, वो ताज में वो रहते थे, ताज में लेके गए और बोले रास्ते में वो एयर इंडिया का पहले ऑफिस था अपना DN रोड के ऊपर, फ्लोरा फाउंटेन में, एक इसका इंडिया इंश्योरेंस की बिल्डिंग है, उसके नीचे एयर इंडिया का कैश काउंटर, जब भी सब पैसा कैश होता था. सो रोज हजारों लाखों रुपए उधर जमा होते थे. बोले वी वांट टू रॉब दिस कैश काउंटर ऑफ एयर इंडिया. तो उसको लेके गए, बोले क्या उसका प्लान बनाओ तुम. बोले अच्छा. वो घर में गया, पूरा बैठ के प्लान बनाया, कितना गाड़ी लगेगा, कितने लोग लगेगा, कैसा आएगा, कौन गाड़ी लेके आएगा, सब वो वेरी नाइस प्लान बना के वो दूसरे दिन जाके दिया. बोले ये तो बहुत काम का आदमी है, चलो हमारे साथ. सो दे टुक हिम टू दिल्ली. उधर जाके देखा तो उनके पास उधर राइफल्स थे, स्मोक बम्स थे, रिवॉल्वर्स थे और 6-7 आदमी थे. वो तो डर गया, गुजराती छोकरा कभी देखा नहीं थे. ये सब देख के और रात को वो सब सोए थे, उसमें से 2 रिवॉल्वर पकड़ा और बम्बई भाग आया. बम्बई भाग आया तो एक रिवॉल्वर उसने बेचा 5,000 रुपये में उस टाइम. रिवॉल्वर से, हाँ. दूसरा एक और बिजनेसमैन के गया कि मेरे को रिवॉल्वर बेचने का है. बोले कैसा चलाने का? बोला मेरे को मैं बताऊँ ना तुमको, चलो. वो लेके आया, SK पाटिल गार्डन है चौपाटी के पास, उधर उसको बताने लगा. उसने कभी रिवॉल्वर देखा नहीं था. वो ऐसा खोलने के टाइम वो एक गोली छूटा, वो जो परसवी बाहर था उसके छाती में लगा, वो उधर गिर गया. तो ये तो समझा है मर गया, अभी क्या करेगा. तो क्योंकि जाने वाले लोगों ने उनको उठाया, हॉस्पिटल ले गए. अभी इसको मालूम नहीं वो मर गया क्या क्या. तो वो तो हॉस्पिटल गया, वो क्यों बोलेगा मैं रिवॉल्वर ले गया ना. वो बोला मैं जा रहा था, किसने फायरिंग किया, मैं इंजर्ड हो गया. मैं फॉर्चुनेटली वो राइट साइड पे लगी थी गोली. इसको लगा कि मैंने आदमी को मार दिया, अभी तो मैं बहुत लफड़े में आएगा. तो वो याद आया झंडे मदद करता है अपने को. वो गाउदी पुलिस में मेरे पास आया, बोले साहब वो रिवॉल्वर, ये बोला अजय क्या करता है, क्या रिवॉल्वर नीचे रख, नीचे रख. पहले आई अनलोडेड दैट एंड देन आई आस्क्ड हिम क्या है ऐसा. ही टोल्ड मी होल स्टोरी. साहब मैं ऐसा ऐसा हो गया, मैं दिल्ली गया था और वो आदमी है ना, उसका लीडर है, उसका नाम चार्ल्स सोबराज है. तो उस टाइम चार्ल्स सोबराज ने उसके पहले 15 दिन दिल्ली का अशोका होटल में वो ज्वेलर को रॉब किया था और उधर से वो भागा था एक वो. मगर फॉर्चुनेटली उधर उसका पासपोर्ट वो रूम में भूल गया था. तो पुलिस को मालूम पड़ा कि जो मुजरिम है उसका नाम चार्ल्स सोबराज है. So next day there was a news when Charles Sobraj robs jeweler in Ashoka Hotel. It was all published here. तो हमको तो मालूम था, and government they had declared 1,500 rupees reward for arresting him. अरे हम बोला तो अभी तो शायद उसको मालूम पड़ा अपने का एक साथी भागा है, रिवॉल्वर नहीं आएगा. But we have to follow a little clue. We should not give up, no. तो बोला चलो. वो बोला साहब वो हमेशा ताज में ही रहते. तो उसको लेके हम ताज के उधर टैक्सी में जाके बैठ गए. तो 2 दिन के बाद वो चार्ल्स वॉज ही वॉकिंग विद सूट बीट ऐसा ऐसा, ही जस्ट पास्ड आउट टैक्सी. बोले सब यही है. वी वेंट एंड ग्रैब्ड हिम. ही वाज हैविंग अ रिवॉल्वर हियर. सो वी रिकॉर्ड दैट रिवॉल्वर. He was a black belt. He was trying to protest, but by force we took him to police station. Then we searched him. While searching, we found 4 hotel bills. He had kept all his associates in different hotels around Taj. So we went, raided those hotels, and then we found all these rifles, smoke bombs, revolvers, everything. And these 5 people were arrested. Next day, there was a big news in Mumbai papers that police arrest Charles Sobraj with and filed the plan to rob here in a cash counter. The big news. So naturally, Delhi police immediately came, and since he was wanted in that robbery, they took him away. But we got that reward of 1,500 from Delhi police. We got that reward. That is how he was first arrested by me. And then after that, our war started, Bangladesh war started, and the blackout was there. Taking the advantage of blackout, he got admitted in hospital. And taking advantage of blackout, he came down by pipe from that hospital and escaped. Again, there was a big news that Charles Sobraj escaped from. After his escape, what he had done actually, that jeweler he had drugged in coffee. So he developed that method of drugging. And then he started making love with, actually he had very good affair with a very rich lady in Mumbai, one Parsi lady. So he was very attractive. I don't know why ladies were attracted to him.
Yeah.
So he started committing very serious crime. He used to take girls to seashore, drug them, and then when they were swimming dress, bikini, he used to take out the petrol from his car hired. He used to pour that petrol and burn them, take all their keys, go to their house and rob everything, go to next country. That is how he started a big spree all over world. In different countries, Japan, Iran, France, Sri Lanka, India, everywhere he was doing this. And then slowly it came to light that one person who necessarily kills bikinis, bikini wearing ladies. So it used to come in newspapers, one Charles Sobraj who is a bikini killer, he used to kill. So about 15, 20 ladies he has killed all. And then he was arrested in France. He escaped from France jail. He was arrested in Iran. He escaped from Iran jail. From Sri Lanka, many jails he escaped. So he became a very dangerous criminal, wanted with red corner notice by FBI. So much dangerous. So I was, but that time, 74, I was transferred to Kulaba. Kulaba, Taj Mahal comes in Kulaba. So that security manager came to give me respects, and so I told him, Baba, your hotel is very dangerous criminal, Charles Sobraj. He stays in your hotel. You should be very careful. He says, sir, मैंने और उसने वो अपना ब्लैक बेल्ट का एग्जाम टोक्यो में साथ में दिया. I know him very well. हाँ, बोले, you should be very careful. After that talk, after 2-3 months, a French couple was found unconscious in Taj Mahal Hotel. It was opened with the duplicate key. They were found unconscious. They were sent to hospital. When they recovered, they told that some foreigner met us in Oberoi. He came to our room. We had this breakfast, and then he gave something to eat. We became unconscious, and all our belongings are gone. So I called that fellow. I told him that he says, "Sir, I am sorry. I don't know how this happened." And but that news also came that, but I had his photo. I showed him, sir, same man. I said, see, I told you, and still this has happened. Yes, I'll be more careful. After about 1 or 2 months, again he saw this Charles Sobraj with one Swedish girl sitting in Shamiana restaurant. And he saw them, he realized that I must inform Mr. Jende. He went to, there was no telephones that, he went to telephone counter to phone. He is very sharp. He saw that, he knew the Mr. Bob Thomas, security manager. Then he immediately realized that he is going to inform police. So he took that girl and started running. He went and called a taxi. And in taxi, he ran away. So that watchman was very watchful and sensible. बोला फॉरेनर आदमी इतना भाग के क्यों गया, कुछ तो लफड़ा दिखता है. He took another taxi and followed him.
Wow.
And that taxi went to Churchgate Ritz Hotel. So from there, that Sardar ji phoned his boss. Sir, वो अभी foreigner भागा ना, वो अभी has gone to Ritz Hotel. So he came running, sir, chalo, Sobraj is in Ritz Hotel. So we took jeep and went. By that time, he had checked out from the hotel. He was loading all the things. And he must have seen our jeep from a distance. On seeing that, he left that girl in the taxi and he ran in the Churchgate crowd. You know, it was impossible. We went there, we saw that girl, and then all the luggage, we caught her. He had run away, but we caught that girl, brought to police station. And when police station we brought so many talcum boxes with revolvers, chocolates with bullets, and so many passports with different type of camouflage, his photos, everything. And then that Swedish girl was very, very cooperative. She gave us all the story, how she fell in trap and how they went to Peshawar, how they went to different places. And she says, I am fortunate that he has not killed me, but I have seen 2-3 ladies being killed. He is a very dangerous fellow. You have saved my life. I am thankful to you. So next day there was again big news that Charles Sobraj gives slip to police. But they published all these photographs the different photographs in the passports. That came in all the newspapers. After 2 months, he went to Delhi. He found some French students. Told them, "Baba, ye to, Indian water is very bad. I'm a Frenchman. I'll give French water." And he went to their hotel, gave them French water. They all slept. He was robbing their all belongings. Fortunately, when the sharp manager saw that, he called the police, and Mr. Tuli came, the inspector. He arrested him. Now this is, he was arrested, and it was a big news that because he was wanted in several cases, and very big news. After about some days, I was called to give evidence because we had arrested him to give evidence about that case.
Right.
I went with my wife to Delhi. That time I was in CID, so I went in plain clothes. So when he was brought, that time he was a big bikini killer, wanted in so many countries all over the world. So he was escorted by about 10 constables, one inspector with Sten gun and all that. So I got very loud voice. No, I just said, "साला एक फालतू आदमी को एस्कॉर्ट करने को इतना स्टाफ?" तो वो तो पंजाबी 2-3 थे. तुमको मालूम है क्या कौन है? कौन है वो? बोला चार्ल्स सोबराज है, उसको मैं पकड़ा था. वो लोगों को लगा इसको कोई पागल कुत्ते ने काटा है. Because I was looking like plain clothes. I was called in the court. Then when I went in court to give evidence, they asked my wife, "ये क्या बोला, कौन है?" बोले मुंबई के इंस्पेक्टर है, इन्होंने पकड़ा था इसको पहले. By the time I came out, अरे साहब कैसा पकड़ा? बोला हाथ से पकड़ा. तुम्हारा हाथ लोखंड का है क्या? So that time my wife thought that she has married a good boy. So that is how he was. Then he was convicted in that case for life imprisonment. Now that was in 76. Now till 86 he was in jail. Now 16th March 1986. Because by that time, 10 years, he became very friendly with the jail staff. He used to give them presents, and he used to tell all the other prisoners the intricacies of law. He used to help them in law. He had become very popular. And then one day, on 16th, he said, "Today is my birthday, I want to give a party." Actually, he had told his friends outside, "You cake big leke aao." So Mr. David Hall was outside. He brought 2-3 cars with friends, and they were celebrating a party. They enjoyed, and everybody, all the 10 guards in the Tihar jail, they slept. 3 big vehicles came, and 16 people ran away from Tihar jail with open gates. It was the most sensational news those days. On 17th March was the best, very sensational. All over the world news spread that in such a security jail, the prisoners escaped. Big news. And then fortunately, Afternoon Courier, they published my photo with all the old photos of which found that we have an inspector who knows Charles Sobraj, who had arrested Charles Sobraj in the past. It was just news.
Right.
See, media also plays a good part.
Absolutely.
Now, my DGP, he would never know because he has more than 5,000 inspectors under him. He would not know who has done what work. But because he read that, he knew that there was one Jhende who had caught. So a simple thing. It went on like that. On 29th March, our constables were checking trains, and one fellow, he was going with a bag. The constable, Mr. Shirsagar, stopped him. "क्या है बैग में? हमको नहीं मालूम." "हमको नहीं मालूम?" So he searched him. He found a hand bomb. He took him to police station, and then after there, he just kept him out. He would not speak anything. Would not. He was actually wearing Sardaji ram. He was not a Sardar, but he was wearing. And then they searched him, and they found one small chit, Pancharatna Hotel, Panvel. So they took him to Pancharatna Hotel, Panvel. Then Mr. Sanjay Poddar, the owner, he says, "Yes, sir." He was staying with us with 4 or 5 people. And they were good people. And actually, they have a motorcycle also. And their motorcycle, the number my watchman had recorded when we brought in, my watchman has recorded the number also. But they all have gone now. You say, well, gone means from where? They have given some false addresses, we don't know, sir. But if somebody comes, inform local police. So railway police came back. And then after 2 days, one fellow came who had gone to Delhi from them. He came to, "हमारा दोस्त लोग किधर है?" So Mr. Sanjay Poddar was very wise. वो बोला, "अरे अब भी खाना खा के घूमने गए, अब बैठो बैठो." उसने रूम खोल के दिया, उसको खाना खिलाया, पुलिस को बुलाया. एंड देन ही वॉज कॉट. तो ही वॉज इंट्रोगेटेड. तो बोला, "मेरे को क्यों तकलीफ देता है? मैं थोड़ा ही चार्ल्स सोब्रा के साथ भागा." चार्ल्स सोब्राज सुनते ही they were awakened. क्या बात है? They immediately informed Mr. Joe, who was the DGP, sir, we have got some clue about this Charles Sobraj. And then that time he remembered that there is one inspector. Yeah, I got a message early morning. Come and see DGP in office now. For us, DGP we never met. Such a big officer. I was shocked. मैं बोला मैं क्या कुछ गलती नहीं किया क्यों DGP साहब मेरे को बुलाते. But I had to go to DGP office early morning 9 o'clock. So I went there. Actually, there's a Dakshata office and Dakshata editor, Mr. Arvind Patel, is my mentor. I went to him and I told him, sir, DGP has called me. He said, you don't know anything? I don't know. There is some news about Charles Sobraj and that is why I called. You will only call, okay? He's my mentor, but he just, good news, he said, you go and see DGP. By that time, commissioner, joint commissioner, all senior officers, they were in that meeting and I was only inspector. They asked me about I told the whole story, how what can be done. I say, sir, he always stays in 5-star hotel and he doesn't care about police. He goes to the same place because last time he knew that he is likely to be caught, he came. So he likely to visit and they had found that he had gone to Ahmedabad, he had stayed in Bombay Central also after escape. He had gone to Baroda, Alwar, many places. So I said, we'll have to send teams to all these places and we'll have to keep watch. But sir, he stays in 5-star, we'll need some money. Don't worry. That time, 10,000 rupees was a big money. So but, then they had information that interrogated him that he is trying to contact his wife in America. And he wants to go from smaller boat to a bigger crew and then from there run away. So that was what that his associate said, that he has got so many passports and this thing. So the DGP told me, he is likely to go from Goa. So DGP told me, you go to Goa. And immediately you go. So they gave us 10,000 rupees, you go. And then Mr. Joint Commissioner, Mr. Mendonca was there. He told him, now you look after all the work. So we came to crime branch. That time I was in Agripada police station. See, there is always a feeling that which is superior. The crime branch police station. So possibly Mr. Mendonca thought that Zende is from police station, why send him? So he told him, Zende, you do interrogation here. I'll send some officer. Bola, theek hai sir. I paid that 10,000 rupees to Mr. and came back. While I was there, bola, itna acha. Till then I had never sat in a plane because DGP told me you go by plane. So I had never sat in plane till then. बोला अपना प्लेन में बैठने का चांस भी गया. चलो फिर भी जाके सबको पूछेंगे. I went back to him. Sir, please tell DGP sahib that you are not sending me, you are sending some other officer. Yeah, okay. By the time I came, he again called me. He didn't want to have this thing with argument with DGP, no. Right. He again gave me 10,000 rupees and okay, you go. So I went by plane. My other officers came by another car and we went. We stayed in Taj. Then we made searches. Then he was to phone from to America. So those days there was nothing, no direct call. You have to go to Central Telegraph Office to register, book a call. So I went to the office and made inquiries how many calls were made to America during last 15 days. So Clark said, why you want? I told him, what is this? He said, I'll tell you one good thing. We have a very good connection, our staff has, with that Oak Okir Hotel. So mostly foreigners don't come here. They go to that hotel, drink there and they directly get a line. So you try there also. So he gave me Adi list, but he said you try that. That was a big clue. And then we had that motorcycle number. Right. So in Mumbai there are pilots who take you around. So there are so many stands, pilots stand there. I used to go to all those stops and request people, मेरा भाई है, ये गाड़ी नंबर है, गाड़ी लेके भाग गया है, तो मैं ढूंढता हूँ. तो one sharp boy, it's 16, 17 years old, वो बोला तुम बहुत बंडलबाज है. बोला क्यों? ये गाड़ी नंबर तो पीकॉक कलर का न्यू गाड़ी है, इसका चेन कवर भी नहीं बिठाया है, पूरा फॉरेनर चलाता है, तुम काला है वो गोरा है, तुम्हारा भाई कैसा हो सकता है? But his observation, because his profession, he knew. And then that immediately I phoned my commissioner, sir, this clue that he is likely to be here. And only 2 officers here, send more. So he said, I'll send 5-6 officers. So he sent 4 officers with another vehicle. So whole day we used to move around Goa searching for that motorcycle. And in the evening go and sit in that Okokuro bar, just watching whoever is coming. 3-4 days passed like that. And on 6th April 1986, about 10:30, there was actually Hindustan-Pakistan hockey, which was going on TV. Everybody was watching that. My all colleagues were watching. We were 5-6 officers there. And then, but I was keeping via the main entrance gate. I saw two foreigners getting down with sun hats. मैं बोला रात में इतना टाइम ये सन हैट क्यों पहना है? I was just watching curiously. It's a big compound. They started entering. When I came nearer, I realized it looks like Sobraj. I said, Sobraj. And he was carrying a bag. And I knew that he always carries weapons and bombs. And he knew me. He may kill me. I immediately hid myself behind a wall. And then saw what he's doing. He came on the veranda only. He and that David Hall, they sat on one table, two people table. I just went and sat behind a chair just behind his table. And then I just thought what I should do. Then I prepared a plan. I wrote down on a piece of paper. 2 officers should go and catch that taxi driver to inquire from where they had come. 2 people should be in the compound, big compound, there's some marriage going on in the hall, big hotel. And 2 should come to help me. I wrote down that and gave it to the waiter, you go and... So he immediately gave that. So 2 officers went to inquire with that driver. So those who went, when they tried to ask, kidhar se aaya, kyun aaya? So he thought that my temporary customers, why they are inquiring? So he wanted to inform that somebody is... He started coming, running to tell them. I said, now if he comes and tell him, now it will be very difficult. So by the time my officer just coming only to help me, I got up from my seat. He was sitting like that. He was just very cautious, looking here. So I went there. From behind, I just grabbed him and shouted, Charles! Who's Charles? I said, don't forget I am same Jhende who had caught him in 71. Once man knows that, by the time that my other officer, sir, the revolver, unload it. And he unloaded a revolver and he slumped. And then he said, no, I'm not Charles. I said, I know you, don't worry. And then once he realizes that his game is over, he slumped. And then I realized from here I can telephone to anybody from anywhere. I telephone to my commissioner. Sir, I have caught him. What do you say? Sir, not 1%, 1,000%. I say, I am so happy. Jhende, you don't wait there. You come straight. I'll come down from office to receive you. You have done such a good work. Come, don't wait. And then immediately what you did was you took all the kathas, sutali, whatever there in a hotel, tied him like a bedding. So he was a black belt. We don't know what he will do. I made him sleep on my car back seat. Made 2 constables to sit on him. तो इशू भी है तो ब्लैक बेल्ट ना कुछ भी करेगा तो उनके पास 2 डब्बा दिया कुछ इशू करने का इसमें करने का कुछ नहीं और ऐसा हम निकले गोवा से by the time we started we came 9 o'clock in the morning we came to Polatpur. From Polatpur you see Raigad. You know Raigad is seat of Chhatrapati Shivaji. So I emotionally I said महाराज आपने वो औरंगजेब का नाक काट के वो आया था वो अभी भारत का नाक काटने वाला बदमाश को मैं पकड़ा हूँ मेरे को आशीर्वाद दो ऐसा करके वो स्टार्टेड सिंगिंग वेरी वेरी जॉयस नो जय जय महाराष्ट्र माला गर ऐसा करके सो बाय द टाइम वी रीच पनवेल a big force had come to receive me. Covering commissioner couldn't come there, but they came and then the special plane had come to take him to Delhi. I was taken to DGP's office and there DGP commissioner also had to come there and all the media was there, everybody. Only Doordarshan was there. Doordarshan, my interview was published in Marathi, Hindi, English, all the next day it was all over. And actually my one of my nephew was in New York. So 8 morning he phoned me, Uncle, you're in time. Time had published it. Inspector Jhende catches Sobraj. So you're in time.
Yeah.
And then it was a very sensational news. Yeah. Then what happened was this Amul, they put always holding for important reason. Amul put up a holding, Atke Par Jhende in Marathi. And that Amul holding is in front of Prabhu Kunj Mangeshkar's house opposite. So Lataji saw that. She called that Mr. Mohan Wagh, who is the father-in-law of Raj Thackeray. Are Mohan, I want to meet this Jhende. He said, don't worry, Abhi, we will arrange a special function for that. Right. So on 10th April, they arranged a special function. And then Lataji and the entire Mangeshkar family, a drama was kept in Dinanand Mangeshkar Hall. a big crowd was there, 1,000 people. And then the people said, Lataji, kaiteri bola, speak something. I am not going to speak today anything. Today I want to hear a story of Mr. Jhende. For the 50 years, Amul had never put up Marathi Jairat. First time, Amul had put up Marathi holding Atke Par Jhende. So I want to hear his story. At that time, and then they all, actually, it was such a pleasure that Asha Tai, this Lataji, took my signature on the,
How nice, sir. What
it was-
क्या बात है. I mean, so fascinating to hear. And in fact, मैं इसी चीज़ को कंटिन्यू करते हुए जाऊंगा कि क्योंकि वो इंसिडेंट ऑल ओवर द कंट्री, ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, बहुत सारे देशों में इतना फैल गया था. मैंने सुना है कि कुछ टाइम बाद ही जब हमारे देश के उस टाइम के प्रधानमंत्री राजीव गांधी जी जब मुंबई आए थे, उन्होंने आपको देखा एंड ही वांटेड टू मीट यू. वो क्या कहानी है सर?
Oh, actually, my all the newspapers used to have headline.
Ji.
My photo used to come.
Ji.
This week also published me
Ji.
on the front cover. All
Ji.
that. And the 2nd May, he had come for a casual some visit
Ji.
to Mumbai.
जी.
And I was doing my bandobast at Worli Naka. I was standing. The vehicle was passing. When he saw me, he recognized me.
Haan.
He said, "Stop! I want to meet him." So actually, the whole motorcade stopped. And he was he wants to, Rajiv Gandhi wants to meet Jhende. But the security manager must have told him, sir, we'll call him tomorrow in Rajbhavan, not on road. So next day I was called. He gave a special interview, congratulated me and my team. So it was actually Mr. Ribeiro that time was the special secretary, home secretary
Ji.
to government.
जी.
So he wrote me a letter. He always calls me Madhu because he affectionately calls me
Yeah.
Madhu. So he wrote me a letter. Madhu, I knew that the only person like you can only catch him, all that. And then I have told Arun Gandhi to congratulate you. Please let me know whether he does it or not. That is a letter he sent to me. And Arun Nehru was the home minister there. He came with his family next day. And he called me in Raj Bhavan. He heard all the story. So many, I must have given more than 100 interviews all over in many channels. In many newspapers it came.
क्या बात है. एंड सो इंस्पायरिंग टू हियर. एंड मुझे जितना मैं सर आपकी कहानी सुन रहा हूँ उतना मैं अपने आप को लकी एंड फॉर्चुनेट महसूस कर रहा हूँ कि आई हैव दिस प्रिविलेज ऑफ हैविंग यू ओवर हियर. हम लोग स्लोली एंड स्टेडीली वी आर कमिंग टू द लास्ट लेग ऑफ द कॉन्वर्सेशन. मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहूँगा कि सर आपके करियर में फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम आपका काम जो है साउथ ऑफ मुंबई में रहा है, राइट? साउथ ऑफ मुंबई में एक एरिया है बाइकला जहाँ पे एंड लोअर परेल में जितना मैंने सुना उस टाइम पे मिल्स वगैरह काफ़ी बंद हो जाते थे, तो काफ़ी लोगों का काम वगैरह होता नहीं था. सो काफ़ी लोग जल्दी पैसा कमाने के लिए अंडरवर्ल्ड के रास्ते को चुनते थे, राइट? ऐसा ही कोई एक तिगरम था, अरुण गवली, रमा नायक और तीसरा नाम मैं भूल रहा हूँ, बाबू रशीम. तो इन तीनों का जो था आपका इन लोग के साथ कुछ फेस ऑफ हुआ था कभी?
Actually, when I was posted to Agripada police station,
Ji.
that time there used to be a sort of small kingdom and the rule of only this Rama Naik. Used to call Rama Company. Because they were so dangerous criminals, everybody was afraid of them. And even police were afraid of them. So when I was posted there, I heard about this news. Then I got information about this Rama Naik. I went, raided his house, caught him, and then brought him to police station. And just to show people that we arrested him, on the pretext of searching his house, we took him on a foot with his, what they call, barat nikala uska aisa बांध के 8-10 constables and this. The news spread, अरे रमा को पकड़ा, रमा, he was not caught by anybody till then.
Before.
So it was a big news, रमा के पकड़ा गया, उसका ऐसा बारात निकाला. So this, your Babu Rashim, he was also one of the leaders and he was becoming leader in docks. He came to me, साहब मैं अभी ये छोड़ता हूँ, मैं अभी लीडर बनता हूँ, तो मेरे को ऐसा करना कि मेरा ऐसा बारात बिरात मत निकालो, कभी आपको चाहिए तो मेरे को फ़ोन करो, मैं आपको खुद आपके सामने हाजिर हो जाएगा. ऐसा बोला ठीक है. And after that, Daud's brother-in-law, there was some fight with him, somebody, and then he was assaulted. He was friend of Daud. So Daud ने उनको फ़ोन किया कि ऐसे ऐसा करके कंप्लेंट लो. We took that complaint. उसमें वो हमेशा वो नाम
दाऊद ने फोन किया पुलिस स्टेशन में?
नहीं दाऊद ने उनको बोला कंप्लेंट करो.
अच्छा.
He came that Raja Karmarkar was there. He actually he had fight with his sister in that lane. So he was stabbed there. So he was also a dangerous criminal. बट वो क्रिमिनल का क्या है, इनको इन्वॉल्व करने का सबका लाभ नहीं. किसने किसने मारा? अरुण गौड़ी, रमा नायक, बाबू रेशीम, सब ये लोगों ने मेरे को मारा. सो आई फोन बाबू रेशीम कि बाबू यू आर वांटेड, आ जाओ. इमीडिएटली हाजिर हो गया. But he had some fight with, you see, amongst their own group. And that one fellow had fallen out from them. And then actually he arranged a big thing, and they bombed the Jacob Circle lockup, murdered Babu Reshim in that lockup. And Vijay Vatkar actually, Vijay Vatkar was their gang member. He had actually killed Samad Khan at the instance of Daud. Because the Rama gang had taken that supari. So that Vijay Vatkar got a lot of money. He was celebrating his son's birthday. And in that function, he started spending, throwing money like this. So Babu got annoyed. Babu was their leader, no? तुम क्यों ऐसा पैसा फेंकता है? तो बोले तुम क्यों पूछता है मेरे को? Because he was enraged. So बाबू उसने एक तमाशा मारा. तो इसने सबके सामने मेरे को इंसल्ट किया करके वो गैंग से निकल के बाहर निकल गया. And then he wanted to take revenge. And actually, he once made an attempt on Babu Reshim. उसको फायरिंग किया मगर वो बुलेट फायर नहीं हुआ. He was saved. But he was against him. And then he got all his community people. They bombed that. And then it was a very, very sensational thing. But that time, Babu Reshim and Daud were the same gang, no? So उसका सतीश राजा उनका मैनेजर था दाऊद का. He came and gave us affidavit before court that I met Babu Reshim, and Babu Reshim told me that ये सब झंडे साहब का काम है, उसने ये सब अरेंज किया है. He made an affidavit like that. And then वो सब बोलने लगे कि झंडे साहब ने ये सब किया, झंडे साहब को उड़ाना चाहिए. All these people. So that time, this Rama told them कि देखो बीच में there was one incident wherein they wanted to arrest Rama Naik. And then the opposite party came and gave me some 2 lakhs of rupees. और उसको अरेस्ट करो. बोला झूठा, हम उसके ऊपर एविडेंस नहीं तो मैं नहीं अरेस्ट करेगा. अरुण गौड़ी आर अरेस्टेड, उसको नहीं अरेस्ट करेगा, हम नहीं पैसा लेता है. तो दे फाइल्ड अ केस इन हाई कोर्ट बट फोर्सिंग मी टू अरेस्ट. बट स्टिल हाई कोर्ट डिडंट एक्सेप्ट दैट. एंड सो रमा टोल्ड हिम कि झेंडे एकदम सच्चा आदमी है. उस टाइम 2 लाख रुपए खाली मेरे को अरेस्ट करने को उसको देते थे वो शेट्टी कंपनी, उसने लिया नहीं. वो कभी गलत काम नहीं करता है, तुम उसको कुछ नहीं करने का. सो इट वाज ही वाज द लीडर ऑफ द गैंग. सो दे हैड टू लिसन टू हिम. सो दैट इज हाउ यू नो क्रिमिनल्स है, दे हैव देयर ओन सेंस. वो उसको बोला कि कुछ नहीं करेगा, झंडे साहब कुछ नहीं करता है, ऐसा वो गलत काम करता ही नहीं है.
एंड आई एम सो ऑनर्ड एंड प्लीज टू हियर दिस स्टोरीज बिकॉज आपने एक तरफ से आपने ये सब काम किया है सर, बट यू नो दीज पीपल ऑल्सो हैड द रेस्पेक्ट बिकॉज आप सही तरीके से कर रहे थे. रमा नायक का है, आपने बोला कि दाऊद कैसे यू नो ही यूज्ड टू रिस्पेक्ट यू एंड ऑल एज वेल. लास्ट 2 सवाल मेरे, उसमें से सेकंड लास्ट क्वेश्चन आपसे ये रहेगा सर कि अरुण गौली जो है उनको भी काफ़ी ग्लोरीफाई किया गया मीडिया में. डैडी उनका नाम बना, दगड़ी चौल में आई थिंक वो रहते थे. अरुण गौली कैसे बना, एंड उसको जो आपने अरेस्ट किया था उसके बाद का कहानी क्या है, वो आपको क्या बोला अरेस्ट होने के बाद?
नहीं वो ऐसा कहा नहीं. आफ्टर आई वाज इन क्राइम ब्रांच दोस डेज,
जी,
वी हैड अरेस्टेड हिम इन सम मर्डर केस. एंड देन बिकॉज आई हैड अरेस्टेड हिम, कॉन्स्टेबल केम एंड टोल्ड मी की साहेब ते इंटकच्या प्रेसिडेंटचा तुम्हाला फोन आला आहे ते बोलतात. सो आय न्यू दॅट ही इज ट्राइंग टू इन्फ्लुएन्स मी. आय टूक दी फोन. कोण बोलतोय, हू स्पीकिंग? बोले मी भाई जगताप. इंटक प्रेसिडेंट? Oh, I am Intec president. Sir, you are such a big man. I am a small inspector. I cannot talk to you. My hands are troubling. I can't talk to you, sir. And I put on the phone.
बहुत स्मार्टली संभाला आपने.
तो ये realize किया सर पक्का बदमाश है.
तो जब अरुण गौली अरेस्ट हुआ उस टाइम पे उन्होंने आपको कुछ बोला?
नहीं, वो तो मेरे सामने, वो तो एकदम मीक करके ऐसे हाथ जोड़ के आते थे. बाहर आएंगे, कभी मिलने को भी आए तो चप्पल बाहर निकाल के ऐसा हाथ जोड़ के आते थे.
तो वो अरुण गौली का इतना दहशत कैसे बना फिर मुंबई में?
अभी वो क्या, ही हैज बिल्ट थ्रेटनिंग, सो मच थ्रेटनिंग कि वो बिल्डिंग में कोई वो क्या, दे टू गेन सिंपैथी ऑफ पीपल कि अभी किसका आज बर्थडे है, तो उसका बर्थडे के लिए कुछ उस दिन पिक्चर लगाने का, चाली में ऐसा पिक्चर लगाने का, उसका पैसा देने का, और फिर बोर्ड लगाने का इनके तरफ से। उसमें रमा नाइक, बाबू रेशीम एंड अरुण गौड़ी वाज लास्ट इन दैट। ऐसा बोर्ड, यानी कि दे हैड क्रिएटेड सच अ टेरर एंड फियर दैट पीपल वोटेड फॉर देम, ही वाज इलेक्टेड। एक्चुअली दैट टाइम I had stopped after this Babu Rishi murder. They wanted to take out their procession of this Devi is very big. They take out procession next day after Dasara, special, and they at least burn 2-3 lorries up right from Baikala to Chowpatty. The whole road is sprayed with all the crackers. So much of big procession they take out. So I said that in that procession I will not permit anybody Gunda's photo to be exhibited. And then said, "नहीं, हम तो हमारा leader है, हम लेंगे, हम नहीं." So actually when they started doing that, we had lathi charge, and that was stopped. Next day they said they went Mr. Bala Saheb Thackeray and told him that the झंडे वो हिंदू के बहुत खिलाफ है, वो सब मियाँ लोग को ये करता है, वो उनका साइड लेता है, उनको बहुत मदद करता है, he is very atrocious towards us. So Bala Saheb wrote a big article against me, Hirwa Jhende karke, that he is doing like this. So on reading that, I wrote a big letter to Bala Saheb, big, about 24 pages later, that you don't tell me about Shiv Sena and Shivaji. Shivaji's first statue in the world the concept was my grandfather in 1923. And I am from Jhendewadi, which is just basis of Purandar Fort. So I know everything about. So these gundas whose side you are taking, they have no religion. Formerly, these same people were with Daud, and now they are fallen out of Daud. So they have no religion. Their only religion is money. Goodness of Mr. Bal Thackeray is that he published my whole letter. Malakai Sang, the whole center page he published my letter. And then he realized that after 2 months the elections were declared, corporation election. So all the Shiv Sena boards were thrown out by Gaudi. He put up his own boards. Then Bala Saheb, by that time I was transferred to Nirmal Nagar. So Gajanan Sarpotdar was the MLA. He came and told me, Bala Saheb said, he has sent a message that tells Jhende that his word has come true, that all these gundas have turned. And then he wrote a special editorial in Samna. Dagad Chadiche, Dagad Gadgadle. Means stones of Dagad Chal fell down. And he said, tell Jhende that he is right, that these gundas don't have religion. They have their only religion money.
क्या बात है सर. एंड आई मीन जितना कहानी मैं सुन रहा हूँ सर, आई वुड वांट टू हियर मोर एंड मोर, बट ऑफ कोर्स टाइम की लिमिटेशन है. सो एक खाली चीज़ मैं ज़रूर बताना चाहूँगा हमारे सब दर्शकों को कि जेंडे सर के ऊपर एक ऑलरेडी बायोपिक बन चुका है. एक आप लोग और कहानी देखोगे बहुत जल्दी नेटफ्लिक्स में, इंस्पेक्टर झंडे बोल के आने वाला है. एंड मनोज बाजपेयी सर जो है हमारे देश के बेहतरीन कलाकार, वो झंडे सर का कैरेक्टर प्ले करने वाले. सो वो भी आप ज़रूर बाद में देखना. लास्ट सवाल सर आपसे मेरा ये रहेगा कि इतने सालों का इतना बेहतरीन करियर, इतना इज्जत लोगों में, पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट में, आपने क्राइम ब्रांच में बेहतरीन काम किया, CID में थे, बड़े से बड़े पॉलिटिशियंस, एवरीबडी रेस्पेक्ट्स यू एंड यू नो देयर सो मच ऑफ लव एंड वार्मथ. आपके पूरे ज़िंदगी एंड करियर का अगर मैं आपको बेस्ट फ्लैशबैक पूछूं जो आपके दिल में हमेशा बहुत करीब से रहेगा, एक पर्सनल लेवल का सर और एक प्रोफेशनल लेवल का, वो आप क्या बताओगे सर?
नहीं, मैं तो बताया ना, जो आई सेव्ड कॉन्स्टेबल्स लाइव्स. There are many stories actually. Kupresh, there are Davis Cup football match, and in that there is a Tata and Mohan Bagan. They were playing. No, Tata and Dempo. Tata and Dempo they were playing. And semi-final mein there was some dispute. The match was abandoned after 10 minutes. The people were very much enraged. Match abandoned means ticket gone. Next time you have to again buy ticket. So they said 10 मिनट में ये हमको कबूल नहीं है, हमको पैसा वापस चाहिए. So the policy of the stadium is no money return. Mr. Ziauddin was in charge, he declared no money return. So they were very much agitated. They started burning the stadium. Kupresh, there are wooden planks. वो जलाने को the stadium started burning. So I went there immediately. I wrote down on a big blackboard, आग बुझाओ पैसा वापस मिलेगा. And
Oh.
without asking that Ziauddin, I took that board, and so the people, I had good rapport with people because every day I used to go to, साहब आपका guarantee, मैं बोला मेरा guarantee, मैं पैसा देगा, आप आग बुझाओ. And people believed me. The stadium was complete extinguished. All the fire was extinguished. And next day, Mr. Ziauddin, that only declared that all right, we'll same ticket you can come, or we'll get the money back today.
क्या बात
Because
है.
next day, people were so much happy that in the history of this corporation, money was never returned like this. So when I entered the stadium, so everybody got up and Jhande Sahab Jindabad.
How
So
sweet.
actually, I had to take one victory lap like a winning team.
जी.
And after about 30 years, I went to Goa. And Mr. Stephen Dempo, who was that time a child, I met him accidentally. And he said, do you know, sir, that when I was a child, my father told me this story. And Mr. JID also was there watching the game. I know,
You had no idea.
I know, but he told me that my father and Mr. Tata both were watching that. And my father had told the story about you. I was wanting to meet you. So after 30 years, I met me in Goa. It was one of the nice things.
सर मनोज बाजपेयी सर से जब वो आपको जब मिले आपके कैरेक्टर को और आपको समझने के लिए क्या बातचीत हुआ ओवरऑल थोड़ा थोड़ा अगर बताओ.
ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं है. ही इज द वेरी गुड एक्टर. There's only one shot we would not like to disclose.
Of course.
And then we had lunch together. Beyond that, there's nothing. He is a very big actor. I have respect for him. He had respect for me. But we had no communication as such. He didn't ask me about the role. The director must have given you the text.
Brief.
I don't know anything.
बिल्कुल सर. एंड लास्ट सवाल आपसे ये रहेगा कि एक लाइन जो आपने बोला था वो मेरे दिल में अभी भी रह गया है कि आपको दो नाम दिए गए थे, हाजी मस्तान एंड करीम लाला. आपने दोनों को एक दिन में पकड़ा. सेम डे में 24 आवर्स के अंदर. वो जो आपने उन दोनों को पकड़ा, उसके बाद के थोड़ा बहुत अगर कहानी आप दर्शकों के साथ शेयर करोगे. उन्होंने क्या
कुछ नहीं है उस टाइम तक. माय कमिश्नर वाज वेरी हैप्पी, मिस्टर रिबेरो. And actually, he recommended, though actually for getting a police medal, you must have minimum 100 good entries and all that. But Mr. Ribeiro told Mr. Madhav Gupte that she had intended to prepare his recommendation for police medal. I want to give him a medal. And out of turn, without any, I must have 10-15 good entries only. But he saw that I get police medal in 1985. And then in 86, I arrested Sobraj, so I was given Distinguished Service Gold Medal in 86. Generally, you need 6 years service to get the second medal.
Yeah.
But I am possibly the only officer in Maharashtra who got these 2 medals in consecutive years. It's a matter of pride. He's happy.
क्या बात है सर. एंड
but I want to tell you one thing.
जी.
That all this happened because of public support. And there is a basic principle. No policeman can be successful without willing and active support of the people he serves. I always served people. I helped people. And that is how whatever little publicity I got is only because of support from people, the authorities, the media, everybody contributed. I'm a very simple man, retired as Assistant Commissioner of Police. Now I am living a very peaceful life. 30 years, I have retired 30 years before. I have a very pleasant life, happy life.
Touch wood, sir. And आप ऐसे ही हेल्दी रहो एंड हैप्पी रहो. दैट इज़ व्हाट वी वांट, बिकॉज हम चाहते हैं कि सिर्फ आप अपने ज़माने में जब आप काम करते थे आप तो हीरो रहे ही हो, बट आपके जैसे कहानी जो अभी आज के ज़माने के मॉडर्न ऑफिसर्स है उनके लिए कितना इंस्पायरिंग है, उनके लिए कितना मोटिवेटिंग है, विच इज़ वाई आपके जैसे स्टोरीज़ और आना ही चाहिए. लेडीज़ एंड जेंटलमैन, इस कॉन्वर्सेशन के साथ ये पॉडकास्ट ख़त्म होता है झंडे सर के साथ. एंड मैं वापस आपको सर थैंक यू बोलना चाहूँगा. आप मेरे इन्विटेशन
थैंक्स फॉर कॉलिंग मी.
माई प्लेजर सर, एंड इट्स एन ऑनर टू हैव यू. एंड अगर आप लोगों को ये पॉडकास्ट अच्छा लगे तो प्लीज़ कॉमेंट ज़रूर कीजिएगा. एंड सोशल मीडिया पे डू शेयर योर फीडबैक. एंड बहुत जल्दी, जैसा कि मैंने कहा कि आप इनका एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत बायोपिक एंड प्रोजेक्ट देखने वाले हो आगे जाके नेटफ्लिक्स में, तो तब आपको ये कॉन्वर्सेशन का रेलेवेंस और ज़्यादा अच्छे से समझ में आएगा. एंड डू गिव सर ऑल द लव and respect that he always deserves.
I want to just tell you that recently HarperCollins has come out with my book.
Absolutely, sir. Please tell us a little bit about that.
That book it gives almost all the cases that I have actually I had written in Marathi, but my son has translated it, and HarperCollins is doing a lot of promotions for that book. Mumbai's Most Wanted.
Mumbai's Most Wanted.
The book is there.
तो ये हार्पर कॉलिंस का बुक है, मुंबईज मोस्ट वांटेड. A lot of you who keep interest in that world do read it.
You
इसका
can get it
forwarding-
on Amazon.
You can get it on Amazon and all.
They give 35% discount.
They give 35% discount as well, so आपको और ज़्यादा अच्छे से एक अच्छे प्राइस में मिल जाएगा. And these stories deserve to be shared. तो आप लोग ज़रूर इसको पढ़िए, ये बुक को ज़रूर खरीदिए. And thank you so much, sir. It's an honor and privilege. And on that note, I close this conversation. We'll be coming back very soon with another interesting conversation and podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Till then, thank you so much. Take care, stay safe, and thank you. That's a wrap on the Sunny G Show.